much for coming to my TED Talk today. I'm so excited for you all to be here. Who is excited to be here? Thank you so much for coming. I am excited to share with you this idea, and that is of the importance of self-discovery in creating goals and in goal setting. And that's what I'll be talking about today. One of my favorite authors, Dale Carnegie, wrote, "Everybody in the world is seeking happiness, and there is one sure way to find it. That is by controlling your thoughts. Happiness does not depend on outward conditions. It depends on inner conditions." As we look inward, we find who we are and we find out what motivates us in life, which helps us create better goals. When I was 11 or 12, my mom gave me this book by Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And I was so excited to read it. I was so excited to become a better leader and to become a more inspiring person, because that's what motivates me. So I took this book to school with me. When I was at school, one of my friends came up to me and she said, "What are you trying to do? Are you trying to manipulate people and coerce them into becoming your friends?" And I didn't want to be seen like that. So my little insecure 6th grade self decided not to read the book. And that is one of my regrets, because if I knew then what I know now, I would be much farther in life. And that's the key to this. The key to this is knowing who you are pushes you farther forward faster. One of the most popular songs by Michael Jackson, "The Man in the Mirror," says, "If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. The way to change the world is to realize yourself." As children, we are taught that it is important to discover yourself and to find yourself, but we're not taught how. And we're actually discouraged from thinking more selfishly in our goals, thinking more self-focused. And so we're told to discover ourselves, but we're not told how. Society tells us what to think. Society tells us the grades we need to get, tells us the friends we should want to have, and even our parents' expectations fold us into this box that's not truly who we are. And it makes us learn how to set goals for other people and how to learn to be the version they want us to be instead of who we truly are at our core. And understanding our core takes a lot of reflection. It takes looking back at yourself. Someone who has been fundamental in the discovery of self is Carol Tuttle. She wrote the book, It's Just My Nature. And in this book, she talks about energies. Now, energies are just motivations. They're just motives that help us become who we're meant to be. And she names 4 specific motives we all have. These 4 motives are: first, fun; second, empathy; third, success; and fourth, perfection. And we all have these, but we prioritize them differently. For example, success is my first motive, and so my goals are mostly built around success. However, my second motive is empathy, and empathy really helps me to connect with other people and really feel fulfilled. And in order for me to feel like I am the best me I can be, I need to have both of those aspects in my life. When I was a kid, I used to go out to the field and I would sing as loud as I could so that the people in the trailer parks could hear me, because I thought if you lived in a trailer park, you must be famous because of all the movies where they have the star on the trailer park. And that shows that when I was a kid, I was really motivated by success because I wanted them to come recruit me. I wanted them to come pull me. When I was a kid, I also would be very quiet, and I would have people come to me and tell me about their problems or tell me about who they are, because I'm really motivated by empathy and by other people. Now, society would have me place empathy first usually. They would have me put others' goals in front of my own, because to be a good woman, you need to help others. And while that's not a bad thing necessarily, it's not the right thing for me. And it's important to put the right thing for you first when you're creating goals. In order to really help people, I need to feel personally successful. And when I feel personally successful, I want to help others do the same. That's helping me become a better person and helping me to help others become better people. Now, I want to do a little experiment, and I need some volunteers in the crowd. Who will volunteer?
I will.
Oh, how about you too? Come both.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your name?
I am Jet.
And what's your name?
And I'm Kelly.
Okay, I'm going to ask you both a question and I want you both to answer. Jet, what is a childhood memory that you have?
I remember asking Kelly to go play cars in the dirt with me when I was little, and she said no because she was busy painting or something. So I decided that if she didn't want to come, she didn't have to, and so I went and played cars by myself.
And why did you go play cars by yourself?
Because I thought maybe it would be fun because it's playing cars in the dirt.
And so from that experience, would you say that as a child you were motivated by fun?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, thank you for sharing that. And Kelly, what's a childhood memory you have?
I remember running from my brother, and I always wanted to be really fast and run. And I looked to all of my older siblings because they ran cross country and they were all speedy fast. And I was like, one day I'll be as good as those guys.
Oh, fun. And why did you want to be fast?
Because I wanted to fit in, and I wanted to succeed like you guys.
Oh, so as a child, what would you say your main motive was?
Success. Fun.
Interesting. Thank you so much. Both of you sit down. So from those experiences, we can tell who you were as children. And as you look back to more and more experiences from your childhood, you can see what motivates you at your core. Now, the two most important questions to consider before you set any goals are what motivated you as a child and what motivates you now, and the whys behind each of those. And that's important because it helps you discover who you were in the past and who you want to become. One of my other favorite authors, Kevin de Becker, who wrote The Gift of Fear, he wrote, "Intuition is always right in at least two important ways. It is always in response to something, and it always has your best interest at heart." And leaning into your intuition really is key to setting a good goal because your intuition is your core. It is your core motive. Some people call it listening to the spirit. Some people call it that gut feeling. And as you listen to those things, it will help you create goals that are in your best interest. Don't second guess yourself and go with it. So, in review, in setting goals, you need to know 3 important things. And the first is knowing who you are, past, present, and future. You need to know who you've been, who you are now, and who you want to become. And then you need to lean into the intuition because your intuition will steer you where you need to go in order to realize yourself. And finally, add that motive. Get passionate. Follow your goals and dream big because the only thing that stops you is you. And the way to make the world a better place is setting goals that make you the best you that you want to be. Thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk.